Have you ever felt like life is just a long series of struggles? Like every time you take one step forward, you get pushed two steps back. There was once a young man who knew this feeling all too well. From the time he was a child, he carried huge dreams in his heart, dreams that kept him awake at night. He imagined himself achieving great things, making a real difference in the world. But reality was often cruel. He wasn't lazy, and he certainly wasn't lacking in ambition, but challenges seemed to follow him like a shadow. At school, he was never the brightest. While others learned easily, he needed hours of effort just to understand the simplest lesson. He'd stay up late, memorizing page after page, only to forget everything in class the next day under the weight of nervousness. His classmates' laughter hurt, and a whisper started in his mind. Maybe I'm just not good enough. Those seeds of doubt began to grow, slowly poisoning his spirit. Yet despite it all, a small flame flickered inside him, a quiet voice that whispered, "Don't stop, keep trying." He couldn't explain it, but that voice refused to die. So even when failure crushed him, he got up once more. As he grew older, the challenges got bigger. His family didn't have much money, so he worked part-time jobs while studying. He delivered newspapers before dawn, washed dishes at a restaurant after school, and still tried to keep up. Exhaustion was his constant companion. He'd fall asleep on the bus, missing his stop, and drag himself home long after midnight. Still, he held on to his dream. One day, he would build a better life for himself and his family. But there were so many times when quitting seemed like the only logical choice. His friends were enjoying their youth while he was working endlessly. He felt left behind, excluded. He'd often think, "Why am I even doing this? Does it even matter?" His body ached for rest, and his soul longed for peace, but that tiny flame inside him kept whispering, "Don't stop. The story isn't over yet." Then came one of the darkest seasons of his life. After years of hard work, he finally landed a job he had dreamed about. It wasn't glamorous, but it was stable. He thought at last the storm was ending. But life had other plans. Within months, the company faced financial trouble and he was laid off. In a single day, he lost everything he had worked so hard to build. The days that followed were heavy. He sent out resume after resume, but every rejection tore at his confidence. His savings dwindled, bills piled up, and worry consumed him. At night, he'd lie awake, wondering, what if I never get another chance? What if I'm truly not good enough? He walked with his head down, carrying the invisible weight of shame. He felt broken, empty, and completely alone. He stood at the very edge of despair, so tempted to just surrender to hopelessness. And yet, it was in that lowest moment that life sent him an unexpected teacher. One evening, as he sat lost in thought on a park bench, an old man approached him. The stranger's eyes shone with an unusual peace. He sat beside the young man and said, "Do you know what makes a diamond? It's nothing but a piece of coal that endured pressure without breaking." Those simple words struck him like lightning. He realized that all the pain, all the failures, all the challenges, they weren't signs of weakness. They were the very pressures shaping him, the fire refining him. He understood that success isn't about avoiding pain, but about walking through it without giving up. That night, for the first time in weeks, he slept with hope in his heart. He decided that no matter how many times he fell, he would rise again. He would treat every failure as a lesson and every obstacle as training. The next day, he rose early, determined to change his story. He stopped measuring himself by others' opinions and started appreciating his own journey. He took jobs he once considered beneath him, not with shame, but with gratitude, knowing every small step was still a step forward. Slowly, his life began to transform. The young man who once drowned in doubt now walked with a quiet strength. He developed new skills, gained experience, and built incredible resilience. Opportunities began to appear, not all at once, but like seeds growing in their own time. One day, he landed a position that reignited his dreams, and this time, he was ready. He brought a passion and determination that set him apart. Years passed, and the boy who once felt defeated became a man others admired. He achieved things he once thought were impossible. But more important than the external success was the internal victory. He had learned that the real measure of strength isn't in never falling, but in rising every single time. Looking back, he saw that every challenge had been a teacher and every loss a hidden gift. So if you feel defeated today, if you're standing on the edge of giving up, remember this story. Remember that every moment of pain is shaping you. Every setback is preparing you. Your breakthrough might be just one step beyond the moment you feel like quitting. Hold on, keep going, refuse to give up, fuse to. The secret to victory is perseverance. It's the courage to rise one more time with the faith that tomorrow holds something better. And one day, you'll look back and see that the pressure made you shine. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe for more content that inspires and empowers. See you in the next one.